Government has rejected as baseless charges of corruption filed by the Free Croatia Party with the USKOK Anti-Corruption Office against Prime Minister Andrej Plenković, Veterans Affairs Minister Tomo Medved, and independent MP Željko Glasnović. Free Croatia claims that in return for backing the HDZ candidate for Parliament Speaker, Glasnović was guaranteed that the issue of unpaid pensions for members of the Croatian Defense Council would be resolved. The Prime Minister said that the payment of the pensions had already been decided on earlier. Prime Minister Plenković and the HDZ are still without a majority in Parliament, and the existing government still has 4 vacant ministerial posts, after the HDZ parted ways with Most. The recent ejection of MP Zlatko Hasanbegović from the HDZ has sparked speculation that Plenković and the HDZ do not have the minimum required support of 76 MPs in Parliament to maintain this government. The Prime Minister and his ministers, however, are confident that they will have a clear majority and that this government will complete its mandate. Meanwhile, the leader of the opposition SDP, Davor Bernardić, strongly criticized comments from senior HDZ official Milijan Brkić, who said that Serb minority MP Milorad Pupovac and national minority MPs would not decide on who would be in the new cabinet and which direction it will take. Bernardić called on minority MPs to decide whether or not they want to support this kind of government. For his part, Pupovac said that in spite of Brkić's comments, Serb minority MPs had no intention of destabilizing the government at this time. The German and Slovenian foreign ministers discussed Slovenia's border dispute with Croatia in Berlin. Croatia withdrew from the arbitration procedure after it was revealed that Slovenia had engaged in backroom deals in order to secure a favorable verdict. The ad hoc tribunal has proceeded without Croatia, and Slovenia is continuing to pressure other countries in a bid to force Croatia to accept the tribunal's ruling, which is expected soon. Slovene Foreign Minister Karel Erjavec said after his meeting that he believed that Germany would back the tribunal's ruling. Agriculture Minister Tomislav Tolušić met today with the government-appointed emergency director for the troubled Agrokor company, Ante Ramljak, and representatives of Agrokor suppliers. The focus of their discussion was debts Agrokor owes domestic farmers. Minister Tolušić said after the meeting that this government had not created the debt, but that it was working to resolve the problem created by Agrokor's former CEO, Ivica Todorić. He added that he expected Croatian farmers to be paid out in full as soon as fresh liquidity is injected into the company. President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović is on an official visit to Malta, which is currently presiding over the European Union. One of Malta's priorities during its 6-month mandate is the issue of illegal migrants making their way to Europe.
Malta has experienced migration for quite a number of years before Europe actually realized this phenomenon of migration.
The two presidents also discussed bilateral relations, with President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović saying that while ties between the two countries were excellent, there was still room for better cooperation. She also commented on the EU's rotating presidency.
I commend Malta on the EU presidency so far. You have demonstrated that a country with a small administration can be so efficient and effective in presiding over the European Union, which is also a very good signal for us because Croatia will be presiding over the EU in the year 2020.
Taking a quick look at sports, in tennis, Croatia's Ivo Karlovic defeated Spaniard Roberto Bautista in the first round of the Madrid Open 7-6, 6-7, 7-6 yesterday. He faces Bulgarian Grigor Dimitrov in second-round action later today. Also in second-round action today are Borna Coric, who will play Frenchman Pierre Hubert, and Marin Cilic, who awaits Alexander Zverev of Germany. And now the forecast for the remainder of the day. Predominantly sunny, however, some moderate cloud cover, primarily in Gorski Kotar and the Dalmatian hinterland, could bring with it some localized showers. There will be a mild to moderate southwesterly and southeasterly on the coast. Highs will be between 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. The 3-day forecast for the interior calls for variable and unstable weather with some rain and thunderstorms going into the weekend. It will, however, be significantly warmer. The coast will see much of the same. Expect a strong southeasterly on Thursday.